Hey everybody, Kevin Anthony here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that your sex needs to have, and if you don't have it, you need to fix it. Okay, before I get into what that thing is, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. Okay, so I'm going to talk about men and women separately here just for a moment. And I'm going to talk about what happens to sex after a while, especially if they've been in a long-term committed relationship. So men can sometimes look at sex as more of a relief thing. Oh, I need to move the sexual energy. I need to have an ejaculation, right? So it becomes kind of like a relief thing. I just have to get enough so I can get that relief. Sometimes it can become an addiction, where literally it's an addiction, like I must have sex. Performance anxiety, that's another big problem that arises for men, where they start to get really nervous about, am I going to be able to perform? Am I going to be able to please her? Will I ejaculate too early? And a lot of this mental stuff all gets in their head. And then sometimes there can be resentment because maybe their partner doesn't want sex that often, or sex at all, or the kind of sex that they want. And so even approaching the subject and the idea of sex can create some resentment. And let's talk about the women for a little bit, because they have some of their own issues that can arise. So for women, often sex can be viewed as a chore, something they have to do. Well, I have to give him sex because he needs it, because he needs the relief, because it's part of his addiction. And if I don't, he's going to be mad at me, or whatever it is. They feel like they have to do it just to satisfy him, and it's not really so much for their own pleasure. And or it's boring to them because they're not getting the kind of sex that they want. They're not feeling sexually fulfilled in the relationship. And so you can see these patterns that people can get into in their sex life. And the idea for this video, and what I'm going to share in a moment, really came from working with a client. And we were talking about a lot of these things. And at one point I just looked at him and I said, you've got to make sex fun again. And that's what the missing ingredient is in this video. You've got to find a way to make sex fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be pleasurable. If we're all caught up in our head about, I need to have an ejaculation for release, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to perform, or I'm just doing it to please him, or it's really not all that exciting, it's kind of boring, whatever it is, if that's the place you're in, of course you're not going to want a lot of sex. Of course you're not going to put the energy and the effort into making sex amazing as it could be. So please make sure that when you are having sex, or when you're scheduling sex, or you're thinking about having sex, or you're planning sex, or whatever it is, that you incorporate some way of making it fun. It's supposed to be fun. Laugh with each other. Try crazy things. Fall off the bed. Whatever it is, have fun with it. If you could just bring some fun into it, all that stuff that gets in your head, or all those reasons that make sex not so good, they will start to disappear. Granted, there might be some more work that you have to do other than just that, but this is really essential. I see too many people who experience these things. They want to do the work, they want to make it better, and they get super serious about, okay, we got to do this, and then we got to do this, and then we got to do this, and like it almost becomes mechanical. Make sex fun again. Trust me, if you can bring some fun back into the bedroom, both of you are going to want to have more sex, and you will see that the quality of your sex gets better as well.